नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये. So man, this is Nala. So she goes to her mother and tells her all that has happened. Amma, this is all this happened. This Bahuka character, there's something, he is Nala only. So now this is what I have decided. Okay. Now I have to see him. Now either you arrange for him to come to my room in the palace, or make some way by which I can go and see him one-on-one, personal meeting I have to do with him. Okay. And not necessary that you have to tell father about it. Okay. Okay. It's not essential, but if you want to, you can tell. Okay. So mother said, I have to. Some arbitrary person you are going and meeting. Then later I'll get beaten up. Okay. So she goes and tells, I have to tell you something, kindly listen. She says, what? He says, slowly she tells him, now nothing to worry. Then she tells him whole thing. Okay. This is what we have done. This Bahuka we suspect is Nala. King says, that's good news. This is good. Okay, fine. You arrange for him to come and see her. Let her not go there. Let him come here to the palace. Okay. So then the messenger was gone and Bahuka was told, Queen Damayanti, Princess Damayanti wants to see you. You kindly come. It has to be a one-on-one. Something he wants to talk to you. Please come. King's orders. This man is thinking this also. So it's okay. What to do? So he goes there. So he's wondering, what does she want with me? What does she want with me? He's thinking, maybe she wants to pass a secret message to Rituparna or something. Okay. So anyway, he goes there. And, he goes there and he enters the room and he's shocked. Because he thought Vayamvara means full bloody makeup and all that ornament. She'll be ready, getting in that mode and that frame. But here she was, the very wretched same old cloth that he had left her with. And looking like nothing in the world, and she was sitting, looking at him. He was shocked. Then he says, come, Bahuka. Oh, Bahuka, I have to ask you. And then she says, do you know, my husband abandoned me when I was sleeping in the night. He tore off a bit of my sari and he abandoned me and went away. Do you know what kind of person would do something like this? Bahuka. Like that, she asks him 7-8 questions, tells him what all has happened like that. What kind of man would have done like this? Like that, she is asking Bahuka. Then, what papa did I commit, etc. she is asking. Bahuka breaks down and tells her, Biru, oh beautiful one, it is not you who did anything wrong, it is I am the offender. Because this Kali Purusha was inside me. I am only Nala. Kali Purusha was inside me. And he tells the whole story. He suffered your curse, how this, then Karkotaka, all that he tells her. Okay. All that he tells her. That's why all this has happened, oh Kalyani, all this and all that. And then he says, all that is fine. Katham nari bhartaram anuraktam anuvratam utrujya vared anyam yathatum bhiru karhichit. Yeah, but what kind of woman would, who has a loving and beloved husband, would go ahead for a second Swayamvara? What kind of woman would do that? No, yes. By having abandoned her husband, he is doing it. Duta charanti prithivim krishnam drupati shasanat bhaimi kila samabhartaram dutiyam varayishyati. He says, you know what? There are messengers going all over the country. We go doing Ghoshna that Bhaimi, Damayanti is having second Swayamvara. What kind of person would do like this? He asks her. She's shaking. She's shaking. It's a Punya Shloka. No. And nothing. There's no Swayamvara. It is all a ruse to get you out, etc. and all that. Now, and then she says, to prove this, she takes oath on all the gods, on Agni, on Vayu, on Chandrama, on Suryan, etc. And they also then they pronounce in the sky saying, no, we have been watching her all these years, 3 years. She has been quite fine and she only has thoughts about you. All that. Okay, all that they tell from there. Now, Nala suddenly remembered that Karkotaka had given that cloth. So immediately he pulled it out and he wore. No sooner he wore it, he was back to his handsome self. No sooner he was back to his handsome self, Damayanti remembered that she wanted to be embraced by him. Till now she did not. So she quickly jumped inside his arms. And then both of them were crying, etc. for quite some time. They were doing all those things. Okay. And then word was sent to Damayanti sent word to mother. Mother was very happy. Sent word to father saying this Nala only Bahukat has been proved. Father also not yet slept. So then he said, okay, but today let them don't disturb them tonight. Let them be let them relax. And tomorrow morning after bath and they are ready, etc. Then they can come and see me. Not necessary to come now at 12 o'clock, etc. So let them. Okay. So he says all this in Mahabharata. Okay. Then I am not creating any of this. So then they said fine, etc. Then that night they spent. Next morning they go in front of the king. They whole honor. Then the king converts. By that time the queen has acted. So by early morning the city has been converted into a festival. Okay. So all flowers, all that has been done. This guy has been come, etc. Now a message goes to King Rituparna that this has happened. So Rituparna. So then Nala meets Rituparna. Rituparna is very, very ashamed and all. He says, you must forgive me. He says, there's nothing to forgive. What is there and all that? He said, no, I didn't know. Maybe when you are with me as Bahuka, I might have misbehaved with you in some way. No, what misbehaved to you? Nothing, I don't remember, etc. Only because of you today I am able to see this good day and all that. You also always I have had respect for you. We have all that he says and consoles him. All that. And says now, and he says that okay, now I should tell you Ashwavidya. As per promise, you have taught me Dhyuta Vidya. I should teach you Ashwavidya. So he teaches him, he gives him Ashwavidya. That man very gracefully accepts Ashwavidya. And also saying, now you can go kind of thing. I'm teaching you a horse. Now you can take this horse to go back kind of thing. So he says Ashwavidya is done. And he goes away back to Ayodhya. King Nala along with Bhaimi then gets on to a huge caravan has been organized. Elephants, horses, chariots, etc. for them to go back to his kingdom of Nishadha. And we went there and everybody went there and Pushkara was there. Straight he went and offered a challenge to Pushkara. Pushkara said, what is the challenge? He says, one throw, everything is at stake. I put Damayanti at stake as well this time. That guy says, my dream. He says, this is my dream. Welcome. Looks like the time has come for Damayanti to serve my pleasure. After all, she's been in my heart all this time. Now good. Now you're going to give her to me. I can offer personal worship. All that is said. Okay. So he said all that. And except that he spoke so much that Nala became angry. He said, okay, the throw was Nala's. He did one throw and he won. And that guy had lost everything. One throw, he had lost everything. And then Nala tells him, you low down king, you low down man. You lost everything. You cannot even lift your eye to see Damayanti anymore. Okay. Now, you and all your people and all your servants and all your slaves, I have defeated you all now fair and square. Everything is mine. Every damn thing is mine. Earlier when you defeated me, it was not based on skill. It was based on Kali. Now I have defeated you based on skill. Not because of anything. Now, however, you are my brother. So, I let you go. Not just I let you go. I give you back half the kingdom. You can keep it. And all your wealth, etc. I will always have affection for you. Because you are my brother. So go live happily. And he sends her away. Now, Pushkara fell on his feet, thanking, etc. And there was great peace, there was great joy in Nishada kingdom, and the Nala and Damayanti lived very well. They performed great yagyas, Ashwamedha yagya and all that in their life. And Brother Shwa tells Yudhishthira, that was the story of Punya Shloka Nala. Okay, O king, you too will regain your kingdom one day, and you too will conduct great yagyas, etc. Now notice in this case story, Nala suffered alone, O king. Nala suffered alone. Whereas, what is the problem? What is your problem? Karkotasya nagasya damayantyanalasya cha rituparnasya rajharshe kirtanam kalinashanam. So he tells him, by singing the glory of Karkotaka Naga or of Damayanti or Nala or Rituparna as well. By singing the glory of any of them is Kalinashanam. The Kali dosha will go away for such a person. In Nalcharitram written by Nilakanta Dikshita, that's a Natakam. He says, Kalam jetum upayaudo kalikalmasha samplutam kathava nishadeshasya kashiva vishwapavani. To overcome Kala, there are two ways. One is the story of Nala. The other is by Kashi. In Kashi you die, you overcome Kala. Or by listening to the story of Nala. That is the status given to Nalacharitram. In our tradition, it is a Kalinashanam tale. O king, having listened to the story and gathering courage, he is telling Yudhishthira, having listened to the story, gather courage and completely give up all anxiety. There is no need for you to be anxious anymore. Even if you know, even at a time when you know that fate is against you, nothing is going your way. Nothing is going your way. Not just that. Any act of free will of yours is not yielding the desired result. It's not yielding the desired result. Then remember the story of Nala. Remember the story of Nala and abandon the anxiety. All worldly things are transitory. Don't worry. And then he says, very, very nice, few minutes later, Ye chedam kathayishyanti nalasya charitam mahat shroshyanti chapyabhikshnam vai nalakshmi stan bhajishyati. Any person or persons who tell the story of Nala, or any person or persons who hear the story of Nala, shroshyanti chapyabhikshnam, for them never will alakshmi, that is poverty, affect them. Never will they be affected by poverty. Arthastayopapatshyante dhanyata chakamishyati. All their desires will be fulfilled. They will be blessed. Itihasam shutva puranam shashvatuttamam putran pautran pashuschapi labate nrushuchagryata. Having listened to this ancient story, if you listen to this ancient story, which is eternal, people will get children, putran, pautran, grandchildren, cattle, pashuschapi. Agritam, they lead arogya pritimanschaiva. Arogya pritimanschaiva. They will have good health. They will have happiness. Bhavishyatina samshaya. There will be no doubt, let there be no doubt about this. O Yudhishthira, abandon the fear that someone will trick you and defeat you in gambling again, because come now, I will teach you Akshavidya. Aksharadya says Brihadashva to Yudhishthira, and he teaches him the secrets of dice. Hara Namah Parvati Pate. So the essential heart of the story of Nala is Vipadhi Dhairyam. Even in the greatest of calamities, have courage. Have courage. Hara Namah Parvati Pate. Janaki Kanta Smaranam. Gopika Jivana Smaranam. Vetrivel Muruganuk. Sadguru Swamina. Yanjaneya Swamina. Jai